Hello and welcome to this taste challenge. I tried to do a live broadcast, but I think my system's receiving a Microsoft update, and I kept losing connectivity. I said I'll do like baseball, 3 strikes and then I'm out. And I could see it wasn't going to be a viable media option, right? Live broadcast at this time. Now in a few hours it'll probably clear up. So I said I'll record it. Now we have two relatively interesting products. Castillo Silver Puerto Rican rum, 40% alcohol, distilled by Ron de Castillo y Silla, Catano, Puerto Rico. Rich port. Puerto Rico means rich port in English. Ron de Castillo y Silla, it means Castle Rum and Company and Associates. So Castle Rum, there's a castle there. Introduced in 1914 and at some point acquired by Bacardi Limited. There's also a gold, so there's a silver, the gold, and then Yeho, which I've never seen, and a spiced, which I do know where to get that. International market has it, but I have never tried a spiced rum, and I have no intention to deal with those at any foreseeable time. But things change. Cane Run Estate now, as of 2020 or 2021, sold as Cane Run. No estate anymore listed. Still listing the number 12 blend. Introduced in 2015, produced in Trinidad, the island of Trinidad, and bottled in Kentucky by Sazerac Company. It says right there, Sazerac Company, Louisville, Kentucky. There is no variety of Cane Run. There's just Cane Run, Silver Rum. It's their flagship. There is no gold, there's no añejo, no spice, no 151 at this present time. It could change. Now, Sazerac, just like Bacardi, makes some very expensive rums that could go into the hundreds of dollars. And then they have their premium, just like Bacardi, Superior, and then the Cane Run. And then they have their budget brands, Castillo from Bacardi Limited. Sazerac has like Skull from a company they acquired years ago. And Sazerac also produces a number of private label brands, really low budget brands like Kings Bay, which is presumably produced for a true super value, Albertsons, Jewel Osco Empire, grocery store Empire, but I've seen Kings Bay at non-associated stores, just independent liquor stores, so I don't really understand the story there. So you can go from, with these companies, $5.99 a bottle. Kings Bay is now even distilled in Owensboro, Kentucky. They started rum distilling there about 2019. Up to, like I say, hundreds of dollars per bottle. Now, in my case, this was $7.99 for a liter at the legendary Discount Depot on U.S. Highway 90 business route westbound in Marrero, Louisiana. This was also purchased at the same place, and it was $9.99 for this handle bottle. Beautiful. Nothing like the thud of plastic. I would not expect that you would find it for $9.99. Now, Total Wine has it listed for $17.99. That's a more realistic price. Castillo, you could probably find a handle for around the same price. 750s, you're probably looking at $10 for Cane Run. I think I've seen it at Walmart for $10. $9 for Castillo. Already poured them for my videos that didn't come out live. I had to delete those. Oh, that's the break sometimes. And then I mixed them up very well, and I can't remember which one was which at this time. And I was a bit shocked with the Bacardi Superior versus Cane Run, because I thought, that would just be a totally one-sided affair. It wasn't. Had a very high level of difficulty distinguishing between the two. I did get it right, but like I said in the video, the live video, which did work yesterday evening, I said I wouldn't really feel comfortable taking credit for that, because it was sort of like a coin flip. It was that close. Just goes to show you, you don't always have to buy the premiers brands to get really good stuff. Crown Royal, flagship Canadian whiskey. There's other brands. There are other brands that are much cheaper that are comparable. Some people argue better, like Rich and Rare Reserve. Bacardi, here's Cane Run. Battling, very close. Johnny Walker Red. Well, I actually haven't found any comparable product in that price range. Jack Daniels. I have found competitors that are as good, if not better. So it just depends. You got to go brand to brand and try them out. Do the blind taste test, see what you find out. They're fun to do. Blind is better because you can eliminate bias. You may have some inculcated bias that you don't realize, like unconscious bias, to use a Freudian idea. I would like to say that I don't have bias, but that would be probably, as Styx would say, fooling yourself, but you don't believe it. So I do believe it, so that's why I do the blind taste test. And I encourage other reviewers to do that. All you got to do is put tags at the bottom of the glass. And if they're the same color, like say you do Miller High Life and Budweiser, I mean, you're not going to glance and say, oh yeah, that's clearly Budweiser. You mix them up really well, run your mouth, lose track, and then you got it. I'm very absent-minded and kind of addle-brained anyway, so it's easier for me to lose track and make it a pure taste challenge. Well, when I was doing the live and I had to cut it, I was not able to get it correct. I thought the grassier one was Cane Run, but as it turns out, it was Castillo. I didn't get it right. So what have I proved? Not much, because you would have to do it 10 times to really establish reliability. I think the challenge is valid. It's testing what it's supposed to test, but is it reliable? I'll never know, because I'm not going to do 10 taste challenges with each product against the same other product. I'll never get anywhere. But that would establish reliability. It's like doing a beer review once and saying, oh, this beer's an A, it's great. Or it's a B. Yeah, well, how about doing it 6 times? 6 different beer reviews of the same product. Then you could really start to get familiar with it and understand if it really is or is not what you were thinking it was upon the first taste. But there's no feasibility in that, because people are not going to watch. It's a YouTube channel, it's a video channel. People want to watch things. They're not going to watch 6 different things. Now you can do revisits. I'll do revisits a year later, 5 years later, 10 years later. Those are interesting, but it doesn't really establish reliability, because then you got other factors that could change over a 10-year period. Did they change the recipe? Many times they do. Ownership changes. Have they cut the ingredients? Have they added, blah, 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 too much? All right. So either way it goes, you're not getting a bad product. You're getting a fine product. They're mixers, okay? When you get on the website for Cane Run or Castillo, which I'm going to post, let's face it, you're getting a focus on cocktails. Okay, that's what they're going to show you. First thing they're going to direct your eye toward is, look at the cocktails you can make. They're not going to say, oh, drink it at room temperature neat, and look at all the exemplary qualities. They're not going to do that. First thing you see on the back of Castillo Silver is a Castillo and Cola recipe. Cane Run, there's a whole bunch of recipes on their website. So it's here's the summation here on the back of the label. Its balance makes it the ideal rum for classic and modern rum drinks alike, bottoms up. So, that's it. But I like to do it neat. Get the real purified taste. No ice. There is certainly something to be said for adding ice. No water, and definitely that is something that should be strongly considered, but I don't do it. My friend David does like to do it. It does open it up. Okay, I'll see that point. Semi-sweet, grassy. Sugar cane is a type of grass, so it's a grassiness. Is it super complex or anything like that? You know the answer to that question. $9 a bottle, you think you're going to get super complex. No. There's nothing bad about these at all. And if I was rating them, I'd go at least A minus. Not rating them at this time, but they're quality. Sazerac and Bacardi, those companies got it down pat. You know, they know what they're doing. They've been around a long time. They got it nailed. Their production ability is superb. Just like all the other big liquor companies, beer companies, they know their craft. You know, same with Anheuser-Busch. They know their craft. Now, some people hate on them, but then if you read into what they're saying or read their commentary, usually it's really not necessarily or even particularly or generally related to the beer quality. You know, it'd be something else like, well, they own too much, or they're too big, or they're the evil empire or something. And I'll say, well, is your review channel based on socio-political evaluations of beer? You know, you're based on that, or is it based on the quality of the product? I'm trying to figure out what the channel is about, you know. And so that has to be looked into sometimes. You'll notice that. I've noticed that. I know you've noticed that. Well, on this channel, I'm not trying to tout the channel or anything. I'm just saying I do an evaluation of the product only. And the socio-political stuff related to the company, I don't really bring into prominence. I might make oblique references, like with what's in the background, things like that. Send like a veiled message, but I still look at the product based on what the product is. No, this background has no relationship to that. I just picked 3 things that I thought would look nice. A dark rum, you know, a black rum, a dark rum, and a blended whiskey that I bought at Total Wine. So anyway, bottled in Florida, interestingly. All right, so at an old distillery that used to be apparently owned by Seagram's in Auburndale, Florida. All right, but anyway, it's a draw. I mean, if there was ever a draw, this is it. It's even Steven. There's no downside with either one of these. Literally no bad to me, in my sort of rather noticeably amateurish approach. No downside, only upside. And the price point makes it even more of an upside. So Laissez-Les, Bon Temps Relais, 2 great products. Can I determine at this point on the recorded video which is which? I'm telling you, you could pour all of this in that bottle and pour all of this in that bottle and serve it to somebody who just swears by it. They'd never know. I can't see that they would know. I mean, I think this is the cane run because it's more grassy, but it is the cane run. Oh, yay! I got it right. I did it. Except when I did the live video that was aborted, I didn't get it right. So twice right and wrong and then right. So that should tell you something right there. So thanks for watching this video production. We'll try to be back live soon enough. And y'all go to New Orleans and visit the Sazerac house, and you'll almost certainly see cane run prominently displayed. And the tour is free, and the tastings are free.